Well, heck yes, it's Garrett on the go time. Walt Disney World reporter Garrett Hassel hanging out somewhere in Orlando. Where are you at today, mister?
I am at Orlando International Airport, right outside the Disney store. You can see behind me, they have their giant mega screen. So I'm in all the parks today. I'm at whatever park I want to be in. Right there, you got some Dumbo the elephant right there.
Whoa.
Yeah, just give it a couple seconds and I'll be in another park. So right now, Magic Kingdom. Would you look at that? I'm now in Epcot. How about that?
Hey, Mickey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mickey got big. He got big real fast. He's been eating his spinach for sure. So
Remy has been cooking for him.
Yeah. And then, oh, look at that. I'm now in Batu. I am now in Galaxy's Edge. My gosh. No, I'm filming this way, guys. You guys come. Guests are ducking in front of me, thinking I'm filming the fountain.
Oh, how kind. How generous.
But yeah, for those of you wondering if we're live, yes, we are.
Oh, take a look at that.
Live show. I do not fake any of this. I'm actually at the airport. I'm not flying anywhere. I just wanted to, show how dedicated to this game that I actually am. No Disney place is
off limits.
Escapable for me. Exactly off limits. I'll find it. And Dumbo's back again.
You're at a place where so many millions of visitors to Walt Disney World need to pass through in order to get to the theme parks themselves. I would imagine that you're there for probably a particular reason, especially if you're in front of a Disney store. Is there something we should know about the airport?
What is happening?
Yes, you should. So, MCO is a very popular airport. Millions come here, like you said, Wade. And very soon, in the nearby future, there's going to be a new Disney store coming to MCO, but it will be coming for the airport terminal expansion called Terminal C.
Hey-o.
So, in addition to this main one that you have, not only can you get your magic here right before you either land or right before you take off, you can get it at Terminal C. And along with that, at Terminal C, you can also check out a new SeaWorld, Universal store, Wine Bar George, which is also a restaurant that is in Disney Springs.
Yes,
so,
Wine Bar George.
It's exciting to hear that there's more Disney locations, especially at MCO, which is sort of neutral ground in Orlando, where just about everything is. But yeah, that new terminal is coming along slowly but surely, and within the next few months to even years, it will come online, and then guests can have another place to enter and exit Orlando to get to their magical destination, wherever that is. So I'm pumped for it, because even when if I'm landing or I'm taking off, I always stop into the Disney store. Even though everything here is located in the Disney parks, it's just I want to get that little bit of magic before I go on my journey, wherever that may be, whether I'm leaving or I'm coming. So I'm all for Disney stores. I kind of wish they had the design of the 90s Disney stores that you'd see in malls around America, where you'd see like the wall of plush and you're just like, I want to jump in that. But unfortunately, that's not the case here. But this Disney store is amazing, and this giant wall where it's constantly projecting what attractions and experiences you can enjoy at the Disney parks. It just makes it so amazing. And in the coming future, MCO will be more accessible, whether it is from the bus system that we've talked about, the Mears Connect, or even the new train system that is coming in the future, which will help get guests to Magic Kingdom or to their Disney destination in a different way. So we'll just have to wait and see with the time. But MCO, it's got a little bit of magic. So come on down, experience it. Get yourself your Mickey gummies, get your hat, your shirt, get all that magic. Hello there. And you can enjoy it. And look, there's the Beast and Belle.
Oh.
Supporting
Flower and Garden ready.
They are prepared. Oh, that'll be awesome to have. I know there's a big expansion process right now for everything Orlando International, just continuing to be cemented, as a huge destination. Orlando continues to grow. Theme parks continue to expand. Therefore, they need to continue to expand all of their setup for the sake of receiving people. Bringing in a Wine Bar George, bringing in a new Disney World store, new Universal store. Get me a homecoming restaurant from Disney Springs. Put that in the airport.
Yes.
We'll be good to go.
Hey, I'm wondering if they're ever going to put a Gideon's Bakehouse in the airport. Yeah, no, that line's going to be longer than TSA.
Missing flights.
hey, like I'm gonna be like, I need a Gideon's cookie before I fly internationally. There's no question about it. Um, but yeah, it's cool. I'm with you, Wade. I would love a homecoming, or let's get a Morimo's Asia or a Jock Lindsay Hanger Bar. It wouldn't really fit in, but hey, I need some chilled monkey brains before I go soaring with Jock and his plane. Just no snakes on the plane. There's too many movies involving snakes and planes. Not about that.
Not about that at all. Well, hey, we also hear that there's some movement when it comes to the state of Florida, counties in particular, that are moving away from the mask mandates and definitely relaxing things across several counties. We seem to talk about this almost every week now. It seems like more and more keeps happening, and I'm sure we'll continue to be talking about it as long as we continue to see more vaccination rates, and more things continue to increase and all the good numbers keep happening. Tell us a little bit about what's going on. I understand that the CDC has changed some things, and then Disney Parks is going to keep some of those things the same. Is that right?
Yeah, you're right, Wade. So every week we do seem to talk about a different CDC rule, guideline, like change or update. And for this next one, it's about the outdoor mask guideline. So the CDC says that if you are fully vaccinated, you do not need to wear a mask if you are in a small group setting, or if you're walking, running, working out, or doing some sort of activity alone and it's outside. However, if you're inside or in an area where COVID-19 is at a high risk, they do say keep that mask on. And we relate this to Disney because Disney was one of the first places to be like, you're wearing a mask, you're social distancing. They enforced their own rules before the state of Florida or even Orange County here in Orlando enforced anything. So going forward, Disney is not changing anything. Even if you are fully vaccinated, Disney is still saying keep that mask on in our parks. They have gotten a little looser on their rules and guidelines, such as, you can now take
photos.
Socially distanced maskless pictures, which we've seen in the parks and have we see it now on social media, and it's quite nice. They've also relaxed having hand washing stations in the parks as well. So some of the rules are lightening up while others are staying there. So if you are going to Disney World, whether you're flying here now or in the near future, mask requirements are still there unless you're taking a socially distanced picture. So you can take that mask off when you're in front of the camera, in front of the castle. But if you're going on an attraction, no, you can't say, Steve Ocko, and take that mask off as you fly with the Banshee. That is not on the table just yet.
Not tossing masks like bouquets.
That's right. Yeah. Somebody catch it.
Yeah, like you're going to see Banshees eating masks. It's going to be a whole kerfuffle. It's going to throw off the whole Pandora ecosystem. So yeah, just keep that mask on when you're on the attractions. But I'm very interested to see what happens next, because Disney operates in its own sort of rules. It's its own world. Because even if the county is like, hey, everyone can take their mask off, Disney, being a privately owned company and having 46 square miles of land and property, they can enforce whatever rules they want. So even if the rest of the county says, hey, you can take your mask off, Disney, they say, hey, you're going to follow our rules or you're going to have to get out. And that's just Disney really putting all their rules and all their guidelines in place, because they can't afford to shut down again like they did last summer.
Definitely. And, we've learned from Bob Chapek, the CEO of Disney, his own mouth. He has said that he fully anticipates keeping sort of the mask mandates and in-park distancing to a degree in place through the rest of the year, just for the sake of probably guest comfort. I mean, if you're somebody who has been touched by the pandemic, certainly going to a theme park probably startles some individuals and probably makes others very uncomfortable. I know that the plan is to probably keep that in motion through 2021. However, the relaxing of the various policies within Walt Disney World theme parks right now, great step in the right direction, especially for those people that wanted the photos. I felt so bad for the cast members that had to go enforcing the keep your mask on while you're taking a photo rule for the last 8 months, and
there are only so many food photos you can take.
They were running up on them in front of the castle,
eating snacks. I'm
smiling, I promise. Yeah. it's great to see that things are all moving in the right direction number wise, and that we are
Definitely.
now definitely moving into that area where these things can be relaxed to a certain degree. And I don't know. I think that now knowing also the distancing markers being reduced, I know that's being talked about from 6 feet to 3 feet.
3.
Yeah, and allowing
I'll
for
get in cozy over here.
a little closer
Just
together.
A little closer together.
A little closer.
Just a bit.
Yeah, I mean it's something that I've been out to Disney World several times now, and everybody's been very good, about minding their P's and Q's.
No, and I think definitely a lot of guests will probably still like prefer to do the 6 feet as well, like, but having that freedom to be 3 feet apart in case things get a little tight in there.
Well, Garrett, moving away from that story and into some pleasant news about it might be a little bit easier to grab yourself a theme park reservation here in the near future. Tell us about it.
That is very true, and it is sort of like a sign of salvation because may or may not know. If you are going to the Disney parks, you have to have a park pass reservation, meaning you can't just show up and be like, "Hey, I'm here." You gotta reserve a spot in advance because Disney is only allowing a certain percentage of their total park occupancy into the parks right now. So they're not running at 100% because they have to have room for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to go to Magic Kingdom, you have to purchase a ticket, assign that ticket a date, and then you have to go into the My Disney Experience or the Disney World website, and you have to select which day you want to go, and you have to hope that a park is available. So if you wanted to go, July 2nd to Magic Kingdom, you have to go on there, you have to look, and you have to hope that it's available. And it's first come, first serve. There's no special thing. And for those of you wondering how does this affect annual pass holders or guests that are staying on property, there are 3 different tiers in the park reservation system. There is the annual pass holders here, which I'm a part of. So my tickets are not available, or my dates are not available to everyone else because I'm in my own tier. But if you're staying on Disney property, you have your own little section. And then if you're a general day, like you're just coming from Coco or you're coming up from Miami, that's in there. So what's been going on is guests have been purchasing tickets, and then the ticket has a date assigned to it, and then they'll make a reservation on another date, but then they never go to it, which is essentially robbing or taking away the opportunity for another guest to make a reservation. So Disney says, no. The date and the reservation of the ticket have to line up. They cannot be off. If they are not, we will give you a 48-hour notice saying, hey, you need to change this or they'll be canceling it for you. So, for example, I bought my ticket and I bought it for, June 2nd, but I'm going like, no, I want it for October 8th. Like, if they are not connected like that, they will not work out. It will be removed, and thus more tickets are available for the general public. So I think this is phenomenal on Disney's part because you have so many people reserving spots, and then that's just a spot gone. That could have easily gotten in 18, 20 plus more people, or even hundreds more people, depending on how busy it is. And especially in a time like the summer where guests might cancel or not cancel, and they're just like, oh, whatever. This is, again, making more spots available. They can then show up and, enjoy their day. Because my cousin, for example, he's out here in Florida, and he keeps looking. He's like, there's no spots. And it's because either people already have them booked, or they book them and then they forget they booked them, and then they just go to the side. So if you're coming out to Disney World, there's a better chance of you getting into that park, experiencing that magic, and enjoying everything that coincides with that. So come on down to Disney World. There's a lot higher chance. I even looked a few days ago. The calendar was all grayed out or yellowed out, but then the next day, boom, I saw green, like all 4 parks were available.
Wow.
And it was an amazing sight to see. I'm like, oh, great, no one. And then boom, you can now get into Hollywood Studios, which is the most sought after park because everyone wants to get on that thing behind me. Just kidding. They do not want
What about
Mickey
Mickey and
Rise of the
Minnie's?
Resistance. Well, they want Mickey and Minnie too, but people want Rise of the Resistance more. I think Mickey and Minnie, everyone loves them, but Star Wars, that's what the kiddos are into nowadays.
Yeah, they are. It'll be great to have more Park Pass reservation availability, especially as they ramp up capacity. You know, Disney World seems to be very much in demand. Definitely seems to be a place where people are taking those vacations because they feel safer now. And so more people, when I was out there for spring break time, I definitely noticed a huge uptick in just more people feeling comfortable being there. So, you know, huge difference when it comes to being out there in the homestead of all things most magical place on earth, Walt Disney World style. Well, Garrett, thank you so much for bringing us the headlines from Orlando International. So appreciate you being there. Go fly somewhere.
Yes.
You know, Paris sounds nice. Probably Paris, Texas. Can't really get into Paris, France. I can't get into Disneyland, so I might just hang out here, and maybe I can do like Mary Poppins, where they jump into the chopper. Maybe I can jump into that board and go to those parks. You'll hear about it on the Orlando news this evening, probably.
Through the looking glass. There goes our good. Well, thank you, buddy. You let us know. You're looking forward to having yourself some additional theme park reservation room. Are you looking forward to having yourself a little bit more in terms of Walt Disney World breathability and getting that park that you want? Leave it in the comment section down below. And if you haven't done so already, give this video and topic a big old thumbs up. We do appreciate it.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.